Hallå och välkomna tillbaka till ett nytt avsnitt av Aokana där vi fortsätter att spela sporter och fotboll och sånt där. Antar jag. Kommer nog bli så ett par avsnitt till. Huh? Where's Shion? He wanted to keep flying around. Too bad he lost. Hey, couldn't he have won if you give him better instructions? Of course, Misaki noticed. Well, I guess any average Skywalker would. Still, Shion was fighting his own battle there, so it wasn't my place to stop him. So I can... figured it was smarter to let him do what he wanted. I guess you're right. He probably wouldn't have listened anyway. En katt börjar rusa precis när jag startar det här. I get the feeling that part of Shion frustrates Misaki. I think he did all right. He looked pretty cool out there. Oh, you sound like a girl talking about a crush. With a guy like that? Impossible. Even if he wasn't my brother. I think that's a bit too much. I guess. Still, it was impressive. He was flying real fast, and toward the end, he shot off like some kind of rocket. The audience loved it. That's true. Everyone jumped up off their seats. Yeah, it was a total crowd pleaser. Bet Shirase-san's real happy. Gravity shoe sales must be through the roof. I was surprised he got so far. Sa hon. Yeah, it was really touching. I feel like I just discovered a new side of flying circus. Asuka curls up in excitement as she says that with a smile on her face. Whoa, what's going on? Is something crazy happening in the match? No, it looks like it hasn't even started yet. Oh, look at the start line. It's that masked Skywalker. Since they're getting ready to compete... Seems. Marika runs her eyes over a copy of the tournament bracket. That player is from Kamidorisha Academy. Kamidorisha? I thought they didn't have a flying circus club. They don't, but it definitely says so here. Let's see, their name is... What's wrong? Do you not know how to read it properly? Is it like a really unique... No. Is it... no. It says... Mysterious Masked Skywalker. Mysterious Masked Skywalker. Unbelievable. You think they put the mysterious part themselves? I feel like mysterious would take on a whole new meaning if they did. Yeah, it will make me wonder if the mysterious part is that they call themselves mysterious. Oh, sure. More importantly, is this really alright? I'd say no, but apparently it's within the rules, since they're set to compete and all. Are they friend or foe? Again, flying circus is a solo sport, so of course they are enemy. But då solo spelar inte två. Does she just really like saying that line? Looks like their match is about to begin. The ref positions themselves. Oh boy. Then the whistle is blown. I wonder what their style is. This is really exciting. Right. They better have something special up their sleeve with a name like Mysterious Masked Skywalker. Based on the Hibas from Misaki. I guess they're an all-rounder. Usually only all-rounders use that model, but you do see some fighters put them on from time to time. Will they throw out flashy moves or rely on crafty tricks to throw their opponents off? Either way, I'm sure we're in for a treat. Everyone seems to be on the same page. Cheers fill the beach as the match begins. Let's wait and see. Show me your moves, masked Skywalker. The whistle blows, signaling the end of the match. Asuka and I then look at each other instantly. That was pretty average, right? Yeah, they were a perfectly average. They were average all-rounder. They were totally sticking to the basics, weren't they? And they lost even. Masked Skywalker lost their match. The final score was 4-5. Really kept you on the edge of your seat though, yeah. It feels like no one knows how to react to that outcome. There was nothing special about Masked Skywalker. They weren't particularly weak or strong in any aspect. Basically, average is the perfect word for them. Well, let's just forget this ever happened and move on. Right. This is real awkward. It's about time for you to start warming up, Machirochi. Oh, okay. Don't look all depressed. You haven't lost yet. I keep telling you to say that in a more confident way. Why did I get so unlucky? You really need to get over that. She's just been whining about that non-stop this whole time. Can you blame me? My opponent is Satoin-san. I know she's a lot better than me, and to be honest, I don't see any way I can win. I give Mashiro a light slap on the head. No, that hurt. I have enough bad luck as it is, and now you're getting violent on me. Relax, I'm just trying to get you to calm down. I am calm. I've calmly thought about the situation and realized I have no hope of winning. Now, why do you slap, plop, 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 plop? I didn't slap you like that. Stop exaggerating. Look, going into a match expecting to lose is rude to your opponent, so you should at least try to win, even if she's obviously better than you. Still, she may not look it, but Satoin-san is a very nice, diligent person. Huh? Why are you bringing that up? You agree, huh? I do. She may look stuck up and arrogant, but she's nothing like that, so what's your point? Her playstyle is the same. Okay. What are you trying to say? Just let me finish. Listen, Satoin-san is an all-rounder, and all-rounders focus on exploiting their opponent's weaknesses. Yeah, I know that. When they face a fighter, they subdue them with speed. And when they're up against a speeder, they take them on in a dogfight. In other words, most all-rounders play around their opponent's game plan. This is starting to smell fishy. Oh, come on. How? Anyway, in my mind, there are two kinds of ultra-serious people. And those are... One directs that sentiment toward themselves, while the other directs it toward others. The former is usually very belief-driven, while the latter is usually concerned about how something might impact others. Which do you think Satoin-san is? The latter. She's extremely considerate. Right. So basically, Satoin-san adapts both her personality. Hey cat! Hey cat! Vad vill du? Vill du bara säga hej? Satoin-san adapts both her personality and playstyle to her opponent, which we can use to our advantage. It sounds like you're cooking up a cheap tactic. Whatever it takes to win. What exactly do you want me to do then? Jump past the first line right away. But I'm a speeder. I know. But if you fight her using normal speeder tactics, she'll take you down right away. You realize how much better she is, right? Yeah, I do. That's why you're going to play like a fighter. You want me to play like a fighter? After making me switch to speeder? Yeah, there are some players who do that, okay? Just trust me. There aren't many, but some people do focus on dogfights despite wearing speeder shoes. And those players utilize the speed from the shoes to focus on hit and run tactics. But I never practiced anything like that. You used to be a fighter. I guess. You need to pull out all the stops if you want to stand a chance against her. I agree with you there, but... After you jump ahead, position yourself above Satoin-san to start putting pressure on her. Above her? She'll have a hard time seeing you when you're above her. It's difficult to keep up inverted flight, which pretty much rules that option out for her. But... Mashiro glances to the side. When I follow her gaze, I see Satoin-san talking to Shindo-san. Yeah, how is that going to do anything when Shindo-san is their second? Good point. Shindo-san is definitely going to accurately relay Mashiro's position to her, which hurts this plan. Yeah, it'll still work. People get uneasy when they can't see things they know are right in front of them, right? True, but what's that pressure going to accomplish? She'll start acting cautious, which should slow her down. Plus, like I said, Satoin-san is a considerate person. If the decision to engage or not is on her shoulders, she'll start a dogfight? Exactly. And now we get to the most important part. When she rushes you, make a run for it, and force her into a battle of speed. In other words, you want me to outwit her? Bingo. Mashiro stands no chance in a straightforward match. But luckily, Satoin-san watched Mashiro during the training camp, which means she's under the impression that she's a fighter. That may have just saved us. Hey Kat. Vad vill du? Do you think I can do it? If you stay high enough, you can use gravity to accelerate quickly and beat her. Satoin-san, on the other hand, would probably be pretty mad that she got tricked and lose her composure. What if she just ignores me and goes for the boy? Then it'll become a pure speed battle, which puts you at an advantage despite your gap in skill. That sounds like a solid plan. Honestly, I doubt it's gonna go that well. Mashiro doesn't have much experience as a speed yet, so she probably can't win even if she has an advantage. Are you trying to trick me? What would I get out of tricking you? I make sure to sound confident to keep her spirits high. Promise I won't end up with a bunch of stupid items I have no use for. Well, I'd have to be a professional conman to somehow sell you something for all of this. Alright, I'll follow your plan. Good. You gotta believe that you can win, and if you do pull it off, Misaka will be real happy. Right, I'll try my best. Mashiro clenches her fists in front of her chest, nods, and flies off toward first. Now I just have to hope Satoin-san falls for our trap. It has been a while. Right, I'll do whatever it takes to win. As will I. Let's make this a splendid match. Yeah. Mashiro's voice sounds a bit shaky. Makes sense, since this is her first tournament and all. Guess she started feeling nervous as soon as she got to her starting position. Cat. Oh. Don't forget, you need to jump to the second line right away. I know, don't worry. May I start the match? Yeah. Please do. Ready, set. He blows the whistle, signaling the start of their match. Satoin-san starts by staring at Mashiro. She wants to see whether Mashiro is going to jump to the next line or go for the boy. This is the perfect chance to fake going for the boy, but Mashiro is not ready to convincingly pull that off yet. Having confirmed that Mashiro is jumping to the second line, Satoin-san flies down the first line, aiming for the second. Right now, get in position not too far from the boy. Oh, but make sure you aren't too close either. I got it. We need to get the ball rolling as soon as possible, but getting closer to the boy means getting closer to Satoin-san. And if she does that, there's always the risk of Satoin-san touching the boy and flying straight past Mashiro. Am I high enough? Mashiro is around 5 meters above the line. Yeah, that's fine. Remember, if Satoin-san tries to go straight down the line, it'll be a race to third. Got it. If that happens, try to stay as high as possible. But why? You're trying to force her into a position that gives you the advantage, so it would be bad if she caught you before you pulled that off. Plus, you'll probably piss her off. Sort of feels like I'm hunting. In a way, you kind of are. Satoin-san touches the second. The score is 0-1 now. Satoin-san slows down and looks up at Mashiro. Masaya-senpai... Satoin-san's totally staring at me. Is Mashiro's position a dead giveaway? But that's the only way I can see her winning this. After waiting for a while, she approaches Mashiro instead of going for third. I see. How interesting. Masaya-senpai, it looks like she's figured everything out. That's not much of an issue. The important question here is how she is going to react. Oh, I'm ahead of her now. Should I go for third? No, that's against the rules. Oh, right. A player who jumps lines can't go for the next point until they either make a physical contact with their opponents or cross their path. I must say, your idea deserves praise. You plan to irritate me by remaining above me, yes? Well... I am correct, am I not? Not really. I do not mind playing along. Contrary to my expectations, Satoin-san is the one pressuring Mashiro. She gradually climbs, making her way toward Mashiro. At this rate, she will reach her altitude and our plan will go out the window. Damn it. If Satoin-san keeps this up, Mashiro will break down before she even gets to make a move. Before it comes to that. Mashiro, do it now. Engage Satoin-san in a dogfight while she's still below you. Got it. Huh? A cocky smirk rises to Satoin-san's face. I swear, you're making this utterly boring by falling for my provocation. Tell me, do I have Masaya Hinata to blame for this? Satoin-san tilts forward energetically, then proceeds to swoop down. Huh? What? Mashiro and Satoin-san pass right by each other. I will be going on ahead now. What? Mashiro is now flying towards second, while Satoin-san is heading toward third. God damn it. Never expected her to do that. What just happened? Satoin-san play dust. There's no point chasing after her now. Jump to the third line. Mashiro listens to me and starts flying toward the third line. Question? Yeah. Basically, Satoin-san never intended to engage in a dogfight, right? Instead, she has tricked us into diving back toward the last boy. That's right, sorry. Seems like she outsmarted me. I see. Okay, I get it now. Huh? What are you talking about? Flying circuit doesn't just involve flying fast and going for each other's back. Reading your opponent is also important, I guess. Exactly. I see. In that case, it's my turn to trick Satoin-san, right? Do you have a plan? Kind of. You sound pretty uncertain. Anyway, just take the same position again. She may have beaten us just now, but the strategy was still sound. You got it. Satoin-san calmly, slowly touches third and approaches Mashiro. And that's 0-2. Mashiro is waiting above the center of the third line. Like last time, Satoin-san proceeds to slowly inch closer to Mashiro. Is she doing that to preserve her stamina? Or, wait, is she trying to run down the clock maybe? We only have the first round today, so there's no need to preserve stamina. But then again, there's nothing wrong with using this chance to help form the habit. Stalling may seem dirty, but Mashiro's strategy involves waiting, so we have no right to complain. The same plan again. Who knows? Retreat diagonally upwards at the same pace that she's using to close in on you. Roger. We don't want her to close the gap. If Mashiro keeps retreating, Satoin-san might just give up and go for the boy eventually. And if she does, we can turn this into a battle of speed. This is all a little risky, but at the end of the day, Satoin-san is taking the bait. Things are looking up. Huh? This is weird. Mashiro is turning to the sides as if she's getting pulled by something. Huh? And that makes Satoin-san look in that direction as well. Oh wow. Oh wow, what's that red thing? Isn't that a meteorite coming down? Huh? Mashiro uses that chance to tilt downward. Men alltså, hur kan de ens prata med varandra när de är så långt ifrån varandra? Jag fattar inte. Closing the distance between her and Satoin-san in an instant. What? And touch. Mashiro extends her arm and touches Satoin-san's back as she flies by her. Huh? Satoin-san loses her balance completely as she essentially rolls forward. The score now 1-2. Whoa, that was real dirty. It's not against the rules or anything, but I'd say that was a breach of player ethique at least. How about I go back for a second touch? Not gonna work. You made contact, so it's fine for you to go for the boy. Use the boost from that speed over to it. Okay, got it. Mashiro proceeds to rush toward the boy. Satoin-san totally lost her composure, so it should take her some time to recover. There! Mashiro has successfully touched 4th. That's 2-2. Amazing. I can't believe she actually managed to even score. Wait, what? What? Do I have a chance of winning now? Maybe you do. So, what's next? Huh? I look over and finally notice that Satoin-san is floating on the first line. Ugh, no plan for this scenario. Satoin-san looks like really mad. She sure does, and honestly, she has every right to be. Her hair is standing on end, and she looks like a bloodthirsty demon. Don't say that. I need your help here. Tell me what to do. Men, kan jag gå fram då? Oj. Don't worry, an angry opponent will have a hard time making rational decisions. Just watch her closely and figure out how to slip past her. Okay. I despise those who breach ethique. Agreed. If you truly do, then forfeit the match right this instant. That seems a little harsh. If you wish, I shall also accept seppuku as a means of atonement for your cowardly deed. But I'm not a samurai. Why should that matter? In this day and age, committing seppuku is a choice any honorable soul can make. Well, that's... Fine, I'll commit some seppuku. Don't just give in. You're asking for the impossible. She's really mad now. Whatever, just hurry up and force her into a race. It's not that easy. Very well then. Allow me to make the first move. Alltså jag hoppas nästan att Mashiro förlorar det här. Satoin-san rushes straight. Jag tycker lite synd om Satoin. Satoin-san rushes straight toward Mashiro. Wait, stop. Yeah, that's not gonna end well. In a way, dogfights are also a battle of spirit, so there's no way she can put up a fight when she's that rattled. I'm pretty sure my words won't reach her anymore, but I still have to try and help her. Calm down, Mashiro, take a deep breath. If you lose your cool now, you're just handing the reins over to Satoin-san. No, somebody save me! In the end, Satoin-san got 5 points in quick succession, ending the match with a 2-7 score. Mashiro got destroyed. Det var scary. I feel like I've just been scarred for life. Du förtjänar det nästan. You definitely shouldn't have done that. But the idea itself wasn't bad. You think? Misleading your opponent with your gaze is the foundation of feints. That means I didn't do anything wrong, right? Like I said, you shouldn't have done that. There's nothing wrong with looking to the side, but bringing up a meteorite to go made you look isn't cool. She was probably worried about getting seriously injured there. Yeah, maybe you're right. Not maybe, definitely. Oh, I deeply regret my actions. Please forgive me. Mashiro bends backward at a surprisingly high speed, then bows her head at the same pace. It's quite alright, really. What's done is done. I also feel quite bad about my immature response. And I assure you I'm currently reflecting on my actions. I genuinely commend your courage. Utilizing a feint and looking to the side in that situation was quite impressive. Mashiro Arisaka, you have promise. Huh? Well then, I shall excuse myself now. Satoin-san does a graceful twirl and take her leave. Hear that? You have promise. Hehehe. The fact that she noticed that means Satoin-san also has promise. You should actually reflect on your actions here, Mashiro. Great. We're sitting at 2 losses in the first round already. I really want to put a stop to this string of losses, but Misaka doesn't seem to the least bit motivated. Let's crush your opponent. No mistakes allowed, since that'll help prepare you for your match with Shindo-san tomorrow. Plus, you could probably use the extra bit of confidence too. Okay. What's with that lazy reply? Well, I don't really want to do this anymore. Huh? Look. I know your mood fluctuates like the value of a stock, but can you please not give me that on the very first match? Wow, you're acting like I'd change my mood based on the highest bidder. Say, how much would you pay to change my mood, Masaya? 100 yen for you to get motivated? Man, that's nothing. 100 yen for every mood swing, huh? Cool, that means I can get up to around 2,000 yen an hour. Not bad. You plan on changing a mood 20 times an hour? Anyway, forget that. Why don't you want to compete? Cast of my opponent? What about Ichinose? Well... Misaka directs her gaze over to a spot a few meters away from us. Satoin-san and Ichinose are talking over there. You don't want to face someone you know? I guess that's fair. A lot of people don't like facing their friends, since it might make things awkward after the fact. Sure, sometimes friendships and friendly rivalries form due to a match. But just as often, or no, more often, things get awkward instead. The reason is simple. It's frustrating to lose. And because most people don't want to admit defeat, they end up blaming their opponent. You're in a competitive sport, suck it up. Flying Circus doesn't have a large player base yet, so you tend to face the same people over and over. That means you have to get used to this sooner rather than later. No, I guess that's part of it, but how do I put this? It's not that I don't want to, but it's really hard to say. Say, what do you think of Ichinose-chan? And no, I don't mean like he's a buddy or type or anything. Obviously. I'd have to have a few screws loose to interpret a question like that. This totally isn't about the dream you keep having of looking at those huge knockers on the chest directly, got it? Oh, come on. I'm no idiot. Have a little faith here. I've never even mentioned having a dream like that. I'd say she has a steady, rather meticulous playstyle. It's rather obvious that she has a pretty by-the-book playstyle. Exactly. What about it? It's really clear how fixated she is on doing everything properly. So, See, I also spoke to Shindo-san and Satoin-san during the training camp, but I don't have a problem with facing them. What? You're saying Ichinose is different somehow? Yeah. Shindo-san is, well, better than me and, well, right, he's real scary. Scary, huh? Saturn-san isn't as scary as Shindo-san, but she seems hard to beat. Again, I'm not talking about her personality or body, okay? Why do you keep assuming that's what I'd think? Look, I know exactly what you mean by scary. I used to be a player myself, so I'm painfully aware of what it's like to fear an opponent. It's only natural to get nervous before facing someone good. Same goes for when you face an opponent that's hard to read. And sometimes even ordinary players with conventional playstyles can make you sweat because of their mastery of their skill. Feeling scared of your opponent is a perfectly natural emotion. And it kind of feels like that fear is what motivates me. I mean, it's fun to fight scary opponents, right? In other words, you don't want to face Ichinose because she doesn't scare you. I know that kinda makes me sound arrogant, but yeah. I mean, she was really straightforward during training camp. I bet I can read her like a book. I get where she's coming from, but... You know, underestimating your opponent's a surefire way to lose. A wry smile forms on Misaki's face as she looks down at her toes. I know, but Ichinose-chan's super diligent, which makes things a lot worse for me. I'm sure she's gonna go, I don't wanna lose. Right, she even said as much this morning. Yeah, and that's what, how should I put it? It makes me kinda go, Why? Not wanting to lose is nothing special. I mean, come on, what player in their right mind would actually want to lose a match? Well, yeah. But Ichinose-san probably gonna be real straightforward about those feelings, and thinking about that's kinda throwing me off. How does it throw you off exactly? Makes me think she should focus on the match instead, and honestly, that kinda annoys me. Oh. Now it all makes sense. I think I finally get what you're trying to say. Ichinose is sure that victory awaits her as long as she does everything by the book. And it seems that way of thinking pisses Misaki off. If you wanna win, then do everything in your power to win. That's Misaki's point. Simply believing isn't good enough, and yet Ichinose keeps mentioning it. Don't get me wrong, having faith in yourself is important. If you're not confident in your own skills, the accuracy of your moves will suffer. If you don't trust yourself to perform the moves you practiced, you'll miss the right timing to use them. And if you don't believe you can win from the bottom of your heart, you never will. However, Ichinose's state of mind is a little different. It seems almost like she's believing in the fact that she believes in herself. If that makes any sense. And that's effectively the same as not truly believing in anything. Forget Ichinose's issues. You just need to focus on winning. I guess. Misaki forms a forced smile after saying that. So, what's the plan, coach? She asks me that in a teasing tone. You practice with press, with Chion, so you should be used to fighting speeders. Plus, Ichinose is a lot slower than Chion, so her speed should pose no problem. Right. Still, she's gonna use a lot more feints than Chion, which will make you doubt what to do when she closes in. When that happens, don't make the first move. Man, do you want me to wait for her to make a move? Yeah, basically, whenever she tries to force you to make a decision, throw that right back at her. Alltså det är något fel på mitt tangentbord. I see. I got... Right there. Because Ichinose-chan's feints are easy to read, yeah? Bingo. You can pull that off, right? I don't know. I'm all down in the dumps right now. Enough. Get serious already. Fine. Alright, I'm off. Misaki flies off toward first in her usual tottering manner. Hey, hope we have a good match. Indeed. Nu ska vi se här. As do I. And also... What? Ja, hickat. Hickat. Vill du ligga här? Vill du ligga här? I can hear the conversation through the headset. It seems Shindo-san has high hopes for you, but I'm not going to lose here. Huh? Yeah, cool. I will not lose. You want me to reply with that's my line, or what? Don't ask me. Please, God, don't let Misake's motivation die completely. That aside, this isn't really my business, but... Isn't Ichinose a little too high-strung? It's hard to maintain a good form when you're all tense and stiff. I look to the side. Her second, Satoin-san, is speaking to her with a slightly stern look on her face. Knowing her, she's probably telling Ichinose that she has said something inappropriate. I'm starting the match. Ready, set... The whistle resounds. Time to begin. Misake is a fighter, while Ichinose is a speeder. Naturally, Misake jumps to the second line right away. Ichinose, in turn, flies towards second. And by the time Misake reaches the center of the second line, Ichinose touched second, bringing the score to 0-1. Everything's going just as we planned for now. Ichinose fixates her gaze on Misake after pushing off seconds. Here I come. She says that and closes in on Misake with a horizontal scissors. This is just like what she did to Asuka during our training camp. Misake is rocking her body up and down, left and right, as she stands ready to intercept her. She looks kinda like Muhammad Ali out there. Va? Vad ska det ens betyda? Ichinose is probably gonna shoot directly up or down right before she reaches Misake. You make your opponent's eyes get used to horizontal movement, then suddenly shift to vertical movement instead. It's a standard feint. It tends to be rather effective too, but she's making this way too obvious. Still, it's not like we know which way she's going, so we need to keep an eye out. I should give Misake some advice, but maybe I'll hold off on that for now. Better to just wait and see how she reacts. Once Ichinose gets close enough. There! Misake throws her arms up like when you do a butterfly stroke in the water. It's a motion that helps a person shift into rapid climb. Ichinose responds to that by diving diagonally downward. And... Misake does a 180 degree vertical roll and shoots straight down onto Ichinose. Got you. Oh no. Ichinose probably thought she lost Misake already. Repelled by the touch, she goes flying off into the distance with no semblance of her balance remaining. I'm sure Satoin-san relayed Misake's position to her, but she probably couldn't react fast enough. The score is now 1-1. Time to double up. Misake touches Ichinose's back yet again while she's flailing her through the air. No! That's another point for Misake. It's 2-1. Oh! Ichinose eventually regains her balance and dives down to put some distance between her and Misake. But... not downward. I can hear Satoin-san scream from all the way over here. She descended even further after getting pushed down twice already. A rookie mistake. Oh! Ichinose is right by the water now. She's a speeder who's back to square one. She can't escape downward, her initial speed is slow, and there's no way for her to gain speed while going up. And worst of all, there's a fighter right above her, who can dive down to gain speed. She should have tried to go into the side or up instead, even if that meant letting Misake score a few more points. Honestly, there's technically nothing wrong with any of her individual decisions. When your opponent seems to move up, you fly down. When you get hit, you dive down to shake them off. However, the combination of those decisions have driven her into a corner. She's clearly very skilled, but it doesn't seem like she's used to using all the things she's learned at once, which is dragging her down. Follow the water surface towards second. Saturn-san is raising her voice, which is rather unusual. Okay. Ichinose proceeds to follow her orders. What should I do? Go after her? It's too late for that. You should have done it earlier. Get serious already. I am. But Ichinose-chan looked ready to cry, which stopped me in my tracks. God, it sucks. You had a perfect chance to score more points. But if she had actually done that, there's a chance she would have traumatized Ichinose. Though, maybe she'd prefer that over being pitied. Anyway, Ichinose flew back to the last boy, so touch further and move down the line. Gotcha. Misaki touches third. That makes it 3-1. What now? Should I go for fourth? It's safe to assume she'll catch up to you at some point, but yeah, you might as well. Alright. The fighter is leaving the speeder in her dust. Weird. Maybe Ichinose gave up. Is she already traumatized? Right as Misaki gets a few meters out from the boy. Stop right there! Ichinose rushes down the line at an unimaginable speed. Mama? I get why Misaki is so confused. There's no hint of her using any feint whatsoever. She's just advancing in a straight line like Shion. Huh? Misaki rocks her body in different directions, but she doesn't react to it at all. Is she maybe... Brace yourself for impact. Ichinose is trying to force her way through. Stop her. I won't let you win. Huh? Ichinose collides with Misaki. Crap. They're both repelled immediately. Misaki swiftly recovers from her loss of balance, but she's now on the other side of the boy. And in front of the boy is Ichinose, though she still hasn't recovered quite yet. Oh, that's what she was after. In a head-on collision, both players are repelled in opposite directions. So while it looked like Ichinose had been thrown backward, she's actually advanced a fair bit. Repulsion is relative, so when you're advancing with forward force that's stronger than repellent force, you will, in fact, move forward, even though it looks like you've been pushed back. She's lost almost all her speed, but she actually managed to get in front of the boy. Plus, she pushed Misaki back at the exact same time. That's one more point for me. Ichinose used this speed boost from the boy to stabilize her form and rocket down by the next line. The score is 3-2 now. I still have a chance. Whoa. I was totally wrong. You're actually pretty scary when you wanna be. In that case. Misaki tilts forward and flies towards the boy, and uses the repellent force from touching it to accelerate. She wants to touch Ichinose before she picks up more speed. Eat this! Ichinose spins her body sideways in order to escape Misaki's extended hand. It's a basic technique that's known as an aileron roll. She stretches out her arms and pulls them back in again. Där stod det mer. Shifting her speed all the while, which helps her elegantly evade Misaki. A killer speed. I'm not stupid. I got. Touching her back would just push her forward, which would actually hurt Misaki's chances. Her only choice is to somehow touch her from the side. I won't let you have your way with me. Hey. Ichinose swiftly soars up into a high JoJo, and Misaki, who's sped up quite a bit at that point, ends up in front of her as a result. It's not like I'm useless in a dogfight. Ichinose dives down and goes for Misaki's open back. Sorry, I can't just let you beat me at my own game. Misaki dodges with a rapid climb. Ah. Now Ichinose is in the front again, which means she's forced to enter a swift climb to pursue Misake's back. They start spinning around like roller coasters as they go for each other's back. Ichinose is wearing main goons from Small Groove, which are speeder gravity shoes, so this is pretty damn impressive. She must have put a lot of time and effort into dogfight practice if she's doing this well in those shoes. Unfortunately, you're going down. Misake touches Ichinose's back, sending her flying. And that's 4-2. Yeah, Misake is the wrong opponent to try and beat in a dogfight. Time for touch number 2. I won't let you. Hey! Ichinose rolls over and guards herself by throwing out both her arms. Whoa, that's not how speeders usually defend themselves at all. Guess one of them realized that playing standard would just doom them at this point. Not sure if that was Satoin-san or Ichinose herself, but either way, it's a decision that required a lot of courage. Still, she may have stopped Misake from scoring, but how does she plan on getting away when she's wearing gravity shoes with slow initial speed? Whoa, I misjudged you, Ichinose-san. You're a lot scarier than I thought. I have no idea what you're saying. Oh, I know. I guess there's one way for her to escape. She just needs to let Misake touch her, then use the repellent force to make up for her slow initial speed. Forfeit the battle to win the war, basically. Misake, do you wanna win? Yeah. Look, definitely. Then start circling Ichinose. Got it. Misake starts to circle Ichinose. What now? If Ichinose tries to do something, go for her back. If she doesn't, do nothing. Huh? What do you mean, do nothing? Nothing means nothing. Why are you acting all confused? I'm asking why. Ichinose is trying to escape with the speed boost she'd get from you touching her. The perfect counter to do that is to just not touch her. All you need to do is circle around her until time runs out. That seems pretty scummy. If you really want to win, do whatever it takes. If you hold back now, neither of you will be able to accept the result after the match. This is the only way to reach a satisfying conclusion. No one will be happy if you do something stupid now. Fine, I'll listen to you. Ichinose looks frustrated. She knows that if she makes a move, Misake will immediately go for her back. If she wants to win, she has no choice but to wait for Misake to change her mind. We're at a stalemate because both of them want to win more than anything in the world. I noticed that Satoin-san's looking straight at me. I give her a nod. And then Satoin-san nods back with a wry smile on her face. This match is over. There's no way to change things at this point. And Ichinose probably knows that she has no one to blame for her loss, but herself. I hear the sound of the whistle a few minutes later. Misake wins with a 4-2 score. Good job. Anything you'd like to say? Not really. I'm kinda surprised matches can just end like that. But hey, at least I didn't hold back or anything. Right. Though you did hold back during the first half, didn't you? Nah, I just found it kinda awkward. Gotta say, I was really relieved that Ichinose-chan was actually good. Oh, she sounds super arrogant. But honestly, I'd expect no less from Misake. Thank you for the match. Ichinose comes over and bows her head to Misake. Nah, I should be thanking you. I'm relieved you took it seriously. Oh, so she noticed. Still, I won't lose next time. That's my line. Misake smiles as she says that. Actually, they were both smiling. Nice. In the end, we finished the first day with 2 losses and 2 wins. Misake beat Ichinose and... I did it! Asuka also managed to win in her first match. Huh. Congrats! Nice work! Whoa, that was awesome! You did it! Well done. That was a good match. Everyone surrounds Asuka and applauds. I didn't expect to actually win. It's a miracle. That's not true. Trust me, it was all skill. No, it has to be a miracle. I must have forced the stars to align, or... Oh no. No, the whole world's in danger because of me. Don't you think that's a little much, Asuka? I mean, do you seriously believe you have psychic powers? Huh? But how else can I explain it? This makes no sense. It's all thanks to your hard work. But... No buts, Kurashina. Oizen is speaking to her in a rather grave tone. Wouldn't you feel bad for your opponent if you just lucked out? Huh? Imagine yourself in their shoes. Would it sit well with you to lose for any reason aside from a gap in skill? No, it probably wouldn't. Sure, luck may have played a part, but that's also skill in its own right. It's rude to say I didn't beat them fair and square. Rude, huh? How did it feel to win? Well, I was really happy, but I also felt kind of sad. I guess that means I have mixed feelings. Good to know. Not sure if it will happen in the next match or the one after that, but your feelings will grow more clear by the end of their tournament. They will? Definitely. I direct my gaze to the edge of the venue. There can only be one champion. And that means you'll probably get knocked out eventually. By the end of this tournament, you'll know how it feels to win and lose. So yeah, it's fine to feel that way for now. It is? Yeah. May as well bask in the feeling of winning while you still can. Understood. Masaya just sweet-talked Asuka with some cryptic speech. Huh? He did? I didn't. I was just trying to tell you to embrace your feelings in the moment. Embrace my feelings in the moment, huh? That's right. You got a really creepy grin on your face. I can't help it. It just happens when I embrace my feelings. The last match of the day comes to an end as I look up at the sky. Okay, that's all for today. I turn to Madoka and see her looking at the tournament bracket sheets. Shion and Mashirochi lost. Well, Asuka-chan and Misaki won. Guess that's in line with our expectations. Hey, don't say that. Goes without saying, but Shindo-san won. I wonder why he changed his playstyle. Right. He's an all-rounder with a focus on speed, but he played his match like a fighter. Shindo-san's match was really scary. Shindo-san engaged in a dogfight with his opponent on the second line and kept scoring over and over without ever advancing. He crushed his competition. And honestly, it almost seemed like he enjoyed it. That Shindo-Susan combo also won their matches. Jag börjar bli så trött på de här matcherna. Jag vet att det är en dag kvar. Och den kommer säkert ta längre tid, för det är säkert då det kommer bli massa så här drama överallt. Förmodligen. Vilket är lite jobbigt. Men jag vet att efter den matchen så är det förmodligen liksom dags. Då kommer jag förmodligen få börja på personernas route. Så det kommer vara typ så här 1 eller 2 avsnitt till. 2 avsnitt till förmodligen. Sen så slipper jag nog det här, tror jag. There's no chance of me facing them, right? Kaneko-san and Ogata-san are both on the other side of the bracket. Your first opponent tomorrow is Shindo-san, so you got nothing to worry about. Don't just assume I'm gonna lose. Maybe I'll win and face one of them in the grand final. Exactly. Shindo-san's an utterly insignificant existence compared to the great Misaki-senpai. calm down, Mashiro. You're talking like Misaki is some kind of flying circus god. That's because she is. Damn. Ha 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 ha. Well, didn't know I was a god. Say, are there any shrines or temples in my honor? Wah ha ha. I'll build one in our backyard. Feel free to come live in it if you want. Yeah, I can't imagine that cardboard shrine already. That's crazy talk. I'd use marble to build a great shrine that lasts 1,000 years. Yeah, no thanks. That would be a small, no, huge problem. I'll go pray there if it'll make me better at flying circus. Well, a winner with Shindo-san tomorrow will mark the birth of Misakism. Huh? Cool. Let's do our best to make it happen. You know, you're really killing my motivation here. Misaki lets out a somewhat forced laugh. Well, you don't need to tell me to take him seriously, I already am. Great. Asuka, make sure you do all you can to pull out some wins tomorrow. Okay, I'll do whatever it takes. Well, let's call it a day. Make sure you head straight home. We'll meet here at the same time tomorrow. Don't be late. Hi! Phew. The first day was exhausting. Vi ska nog inte avsluta riktigt än här. I'm on my way home after splitting up with everyone. And I can't help but look back on the day's events. Asuka winning her match is a major plus. I'm starting to see how she can grow things thanks to that. It's great that her high potential has finally led to results. Still, the hard part begins now. Asuka won't keep winning at her current level of skill. And that means her real goal is learning something at this tournament that she can use in the next one. Some sort of move or strategy that suits her. I will have judged what's best as I watch her play. And then there's Misaki. I expected her to win, but her results were still shocking. I didn't know she was that much better than Ichinose. Their match honestly looked a little one-sided. If only her personality was better. I feel kinda bad for Ichinose, since I know she puts in a ton of work. Honestly, she's the one I'm most worried about. Well, it's Takafuji we're talking about, so I'm sure they did a great job of supporting her. Besides, she seemed fine after the match. I guess I should at least talk to her when Next thing I know, I'm in front of my house. And, before I know it, someone is right beside me. Ah, it's Ichinose. She bows her head as soon as she notices me. Hi. I raise my hand to greet her. Well, this is awkward. I guess it's no surprise since we're neighbors and we were just at the same place. I tried to just have a quick chat and leave it at that, but apparently both of us want to talk about today's matches. That's why we're currently discussing things through our windows. Hur bestämde ni liksom? Vi går upp och pratar om det här. I see. I'm glad Asuka-san managed to clear the first round. Yeah, she was really happy about it though. Though she seemed to almost not believe it too. Oh? I explained Asuka's situation to her. How we had to convince her she won thanks to her own skill. And now she doesn't seem to fully buy into the idea yet either. Asuka-san's still growing as a Skywalker, huh? Right. She's got a lot to learn in terms of mindset and mental fortitude. Amazing. She's nothing like me. Ichinose mutters that in a dejected tone. I know it's strange for me to say this, but... Yeah? You did good today. That match could have gone either way. Thank you. Ichinose giggles as she begins to respond. What did you think of my playstyle? Well, that's a tough question. I think it over for a minute before deciding to just give her my honest opinion. You were very straightforward, for better or worse. Straightforward. Yeah, and honestly, I can see that being a weakness. Like Misaki said earlier, that makes her an open book. But you also launched a surprise attack during the match. Plays like that aren't too bad. You mean when I engaged her in a dogfight? Right. Unfortunately, dogfights are Misaki's specialty, so you just ended up putting yourself at a disadvantage. Right. Is there a reason why you did that? There is. Ichino's responds with a wry smile on her face. When the score became 1-3, I realized I was no match for Tobizawa-san. Thought as much. Ichino's movement slowed down around that time. I thought she might have given up, which was why her counterattack surprised me. Back then, I asked Satoin-senpai for advice, and she told me something. Oh? Let's attempt something that will aid your growth. Really? It's a style that involves confusing your opponent. Something she's completely unaccustomed to, basically. Satoin-san herself has no experience with it either, yet she made Ichinose try it. She may have lost in the end, but the experience she gained made it worthwhile. That was good coaching on Satoin-san's part. I also wanted to give dogfighting a shot, but it seems I still lack experience. That's why I need to practice more. Today's match taught me that I play and think in an immature way. Make sure you aren't just going through the motions of practice. Huh? Well, this is just my personal opinion, but her weakness doesn't just apply to real matches. Based on what I've seen, she can be too straightforward and rigid during practice as well. And just practicing like always won't really help her improve on that front. I understand. That's also a weakness I currently have. Yeah, pretty sure Satoin-san wanted to tell you the exact same thing. Oh, I see. Satoin-san's style is as conventional as it gets. So maybe that's why she sees herself in Ichinose. They're very similar when it comes to flying circus. I'm not telling you to play dirty, but you should at least try to have a few surprises in store. Vad händer där utanför? Ichinose falls silent as she thinks over my words. I know it hurts when someone belittles your style of play. No one ever wants to deviate from the path they've dedicated themselves to. But Ichinose will have a hard time improving at this rate. I really hope she finds something that makes her want to change. Ichinose starts talking again soon enough. Yeah? Seems like this is hard for her to say, since she's gulping down her breath and all. Can you do me a favor? What? I wonder what it is. Judging by... No, I really have no clue. What does she want? It's about Kunohama's practice. May I join it when we both have time? Huh? Can't say I ever expected that. Can I ask why? Satoin-senpai told me something after my match today. She said I had to see and experience more things, and that if I didn't, I would soon hit a wall. That's why I thought of trying to change my daily routine somehow. Wow. Man, she's one amazing woman. Satoin-san's an incredible upperclassman and coach. She already told Ichinose everything I wanted to say. So, since we're all friends, I thought it would be nice to talk and practice together. Is that a problem? She clasps her hands and gazes at me with puppy dog eyes. Is there any man in the world who can defend against this? Of course you can. Really? Ichinose's face lights up right away. Thank you so much. She thanks me as she bows her head over and over again. Calm down, it's no big deal, really. But it's such an unreasonable request. Not really. Honestly, you're probably a huge help. Practicing with someone from a flying circus powerhouse like Takafuji should work wonders. After all, Ichinose is not the only one who can grow from trying new things and facing new opponents. Well, let's pick this up after the tournament. Okay, I'll be there with the president for that. Ändå lite förvånad för att jag tror att efter the tournament är slut så tror jag typ the common route är över, så jag vet inte. Your president? Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. I just pictured Shindo-san showing up with that creepy smile on his face. Man, I sure hope he isn't gonna ask for anything weird in exchange. Alright, we gotta get up early again, so I'd say it's time to hit the hay. You're right, see you at the tournament tomorrow. Right. That brings an end to the first day of our club's very first tournament. Badubabam. And now the second days begin. Så vi ska ta och sluta nu. Nu blev det nog ett väldigt långt avsnitt där. Eller okej, inte så farligt. Men det här avsnittet är slut nu. Så vi får ses igen imorgon. Så får vi fortsätta med de jävla matcherna. Tack för att ni har kollat. Vi hörs. Hej då.